Welcome to the Compliance Weekly on December the 5th. No, that's not right. December the 14th is the correct date. And the first thing is to go through the milestone board and just celebrate some of the closed issues. So share my screen. And the last one that we completed was what's it? Oh, this one here. So the next one was move all compliance reports to one export. I helped to verify this one, but basically we now have a drop down in the top. So it used to be on each of the tabs in the compliance center, each of the reports, you clicked on a tab to get to each of the exports. Now the export at the top has all of the reports, no matter which tab that you're on, and has the chain of custody and custody report on anyone, because those aren't really tied to any report. So it's a great improvement. Thanks, Jay. The next one was with Josefa, the CRUD APIs for audit event destinations to AWS S3.
Yep, so this one was for adding, deleting, updating, and listing the instance level configuration for AWS S3. This is all of the MRs are in production now. I think front end is in review right now. So, yeah.
Cool. It's behind a feature flag at the moment? Is that right?
The APIs are not, but the actual streaming is. So you could definitely add the configurations, but if your group is not enabled for the feature flag, then you won't be receiving events to those destinations.
Will we be able to enable it by default for the 16.7? Do you think?
I think we can. Once we have the front end out, we should enable the feature flag.
Okay, cool. The next one was add support for the security.txt to GitLab. So Nick picked up this one and added this for us. So any, you can read all about it there, but basically adds a security.txt, the ability to add a security.txt, which is a great compliance feature as well. So thanks, Nick, for your contribution there. Next one was with Jay, which was the compliance export tooltips. So off the back of the moving all of the exports to one, we just now got little tooltips to help people with what they actually do and how they work. And yeah, the last one was the CI variable update. Audit event is not working. This was in our documentation as a audit event type that we had, but it was only for protected variables, not every variable. We recently actually, I think, this issue here, which is still in verification, has actually added it. So I was able to verify that that's working and close that issue out. Speaking of verification, we've also got this one here. Is that still on track to get closed out as well?
I think this is with the test right now.
Yeah.
In case you get a chance to verify, please.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. And because we're getting close to the end of the milestone, is there any other issues that anyone wanted to talk about or talk through there? Otherwise, we'll move on to the planning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm on the final line of adding the. Oh, sorry, I've even not properly updated it. I'm adding the filtering, search, and pagination to the compliance framework report. Hitesh, I believe, yesterday pinged me that it is released, or that the search ability on the frameworks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. So basically, I'm currently on the final line cleaning this report. It will be one MR, including search, pagination, and also cleaning up the old legacy query. Right now, let me just very quickly to capture screen share for a while.
Yeah.
So let me just very quickly to show. So currently I was a bit confused. Initially, I thought that pagination is not working. For some reason, we have the pagination for frameworks set to 100 elements by default. But we currently have the filtering working. We currently have the pagination working. And right now, the only stuff I need to complete here is to fixing a test, because a lot of tests relies on old two request query, old data format. So I'm right now just cleaning the test. I expect them to be ready like any minute, and we'll open the merge request. This theoretically is the last blocker from the flipping the flag to the default one, but let's see how it goes through review.
For this one, are we using the new GraphQL API to fetch the associated projects? Okay.
I've thrown away the project query, and I'm already requesting the projects via the GraphQL one. So it's one request, no more, too.
Okay.
Oh, you've thrown.
That's exactly why it's taking so long. It's like affecting too many components due to throwing away the second project query, because we now projects include in the framework's response.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is it.
All right. So that was the update there. SAML SSO, I'll talk about this in a second, actually. So we'll come back to this one. Hasma is not here to talk about the migration to audit events. Jay, I don't know if anyone knows anything more about the standards adherence report improvements. No.
I'm not sure. Last I knew was the filtering was still in review, and the scan on demand is I mean, it's dependent on backend, so I need to make some changes on backend for this scan on demand to actually work. We have an implementation plan ready for this one. Exporting, I'm not sure where it is right now.
Okay. The group level branch protection. Does anyone know how the migrations are going on that one? I think Hitesh, you picked that one up.
It's about to get merged.
Yeah.
It has gotten all the approvals.
Perfect. Yeah, and then Ilya with linking security policies with the compliance framework.
I haven't checked the last one, but previously, the last time I checked, their counterpart was still in review in terms of GraphQL query.
Cool. Next one is streaming audit events to S3. Huzafa?
For this one, also the basic integration is done, like without the filters and without the filters. Now we have to work on adding filtering on event types, and then subsequently on groups and projects, subgroups and project level as well.
Cool. The next is filtering streaming audit events by namespace.
I'll be releasing the feature flag for the group level audit events to 25% of actors, group actors. And for the instance level, the migration MR is about to get merged today. It has received all the required approvals and is just waiting for the merge. And and then I'll start with the APIs.
Fantastic. And Jay and Mark are not here. So we'll skip that and the design update. So the next one is it's the last milestone, or last week for the milestone is the release posts. So we've got the standard adherence reports improvements, but it sounds like that's going to get pushed out to 16.8, correct? Based on, I'll ping Jay on that one then and just make sure we'll push that one out. Compliance framework management's improvements, like that's the new framework report. Sounds like that might make it in 16.7, might not. Ilya? Yeah. We'll leave it there.
It really depends on review. To be honest, with new schedule, I still don't have in mind proper understanding where will be like first cutoff, second cutoff date. So it's, to be honest, hard to answer me today.
Yeah, cool. And the next one was filtering by namespace on the streaming order defense. So again, Hitesh, it sounds like it'll make it in 16.7.
Yeah, we can make it at 16.7.
Cool. Is there anything else that we've done this milestone that anyone can think of that we need a release
Do you
post?
think we should have a release post for instance level integration as well, AWS S3?
Yes, yes, we should.
in-
Definitely a big change. I'm just wondering, is it already in there, just not?
What's the cutoff date for the MRs to be deployed this milestone?
Friday.
This Friday.
Yes. So today, tomorrow. But that is always subjective as well. So if the release candidate is not stable, then they'll do a new cut, which could be anywhere over the next week to get stability. So yeah. Okay, I'll get Jensen to create a release post for AWS 3 instance level. And there'll be 16.7, correct, Huzaifa?
It will depend on the front end status, I believe, and the status of the feature flag. So if we're able to make the feature flag enabled by default, then definitely the release post should be merged. Otherwise, no.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get it up and
yeah, but release should be ready because if things are done from the backend, we should have a release post.
Next up was FYs, and yeah, my first one is from myself. Congrats to Hitesh, the latest backend maintainer. That's fantastic work. So, congrats.
Congrats, Satish.
Thank you.
The next one was with Aaron and some GraphQL questions.
Yes. So I've been working on the container signatures for UX Epic, and I've been kind of bouncing between the registry work with now working on the GraphQL. So we've added some info to the tags endpoint in the container registry, and I'm now working on exposing that in the GraphQL API. And I thought it was going to be fairly straightforward, but there's like something probably that's fairly obvious that I'm not doing. So I was wondering if anyone had time after the meeting today to pair on that. It's just like GraphQL specific stuff.
I can try and pair
I
with you,
can.
but I'm not a GraphQL specialist, I would say. But I mean,
Same with me.
I was asked, you probably worked on a lot more than I have. So like I said, it's probably nothing major that's blocking me. So just someone who's got some experience in that area is just what I'm looking for.
Maybe both of us can join and see if we can help. Otherwise,
Okay.
there's these backend pairing meetings that keeps on happening twice a week, and you can raise it over there and they can help with, because I think Sam got help in that regarding SMN.
Okay.
Yeah.
either that or
we can check that.
either that, or I would say like the F graphical channel that we already have on GitLab, where on Slack, where all the graphical experts are there. So usually people miss out on pings, but if we Slack on that group, probably you'll get a response there. But definitely we can take
Yeah.
a look first and then.
Okay, yeah. I actually, well, I didn't ping in that Slack specifically, but they have a link to the GraphQL like expert group on GitLab, and I did tag. I actually got some feedback from Luke Duncalf on that. So
Okay.
the only reason I'm asking now is that it's just this has all been a little bit time sensitive, so I'm just trying to find the easiest path forward. So if someone can just look at it and say what I'm doing wrong, that'll save a lot of time. So appreciate it.
Yeah, do you want to share it in our Slack then, and someone might be able to pick it up?
Yeah, I'll just put a link to the
Oh.
MR that I'm working on.
Yeah, I guess I saw it once you shared in one of the daily updates, right?
I did. Yes, I did. I did put a link to that issue.
Right. Yeah, and then the next two items are with me. The first one is that Govern issue. So I reached out and asked if we had any end of year plans, that sort of thing. We've been approved for $150 per person, and as Govern, we've made a decision to give everyone in Govern $50 swag for the GitLab store and $100 USD to spend on food for friends and family, with the proviso that you upload some photos of either the swag or you're having fun or doing whatever with friends and family in the section, or the compliance updates, just to, sort of celebrate with everyone else as sort of an end of year get together. But yeah, we'll just working through all the approvals for all of that, but hopefully early next week you'll be able to start having a personal party and sharing it. And then the next issue, so this was related to the SAML SSO merge request approval MR that Sam is working on. So this has been escalated due to it being customer critical, which means that a director had to get involved to approve that in VP. So this means that we've got all hands to the pump basically to help get this across the line before 16/7. Because we've got a fantastic team here spread around the world, it means that we're well placed to help Sam with this. But yeah, any help that you can provide, reviews, just be prepared. I know GC's working on it right now before Sam wakes up. I don't know if Elia, you wanted to start doing the first review of the front end, just to help if there's anything.
Sure, no problem. I will be available.
But yeah, please, have a look at it and just see if there's anything that you notice that you could help out with.
Yeah, sure. Just like I might not be able to give a formal approval since I pushed commit to that branch.
Yeah, but any other help, like if you spot anything
Okay.
that might not make approvals, then feel free to push another commit to it, to help get it across the line, I guess. And everyone else, if you could just have a look at it and get used to it. Auth will handle the local testing of the actual SAML, but it's more the code review and that side of things. Cool. Anything else from anyone? Stop the recording. Should be able to wave to the camera now.